know how we get down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, how's it going, boys and girls? This is Ed from Heights of Gaming, and today we're going to study Yu-Gi-Oh set releases. Now, I have a game store called Heights of Gaming, and I have a hypothesis that, the Christmas release should be a stronger release, right? Well, let's see how this holds up. Right now, at the time of this filming, right, this is like my wall of, every Yu-Gi-Oh pack that was ever released, alright? So right now we are what? We are in November, and this is the last one to come out, right? This is the Christmas release for 2011. It's a fairly decent set. I think it's actually a really good set. And let's take a look at some of the other ones before in history, right? So let's take a look at the Christmas release set for every year. This is one, two, three, four. Okay, Star Strike Blast is a decent set. However, we look at what's relative around it, right? And we see that Storm of Ragnarok was a format defining set, and then the set before that, the Duelist Revolution, was really hot and it had a super duper card. So, Star Strike Blast turned out to be a strong set, but it wasn't as strong as this set. It was good, but it took time for this one to really gain steam. Let's take a look again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, we take a look at this set over here. It's a decent set. Wasn't particularly very memorable. This set, however, was better with X-Sabers, the Emerald's Blade really getting all that money. And this set over here was, I don't remember it being like fantastically good. It was alright. So once again, we see that the set after the Christmas release, right, seems to be more format defining and powerful, right? And the one before the Christmas release seems to be, also pretty strong, right? But the one for the Christmas release seems to be pretty weak. Let's see if this holds true. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the set that was released for the Christmas release. We all know that the set was pretty weak. It had one strong card placed by design, but this is one of the weakest secondary market sets in all of Yu-Gi-Oh right now. And in terms of value-wise, this one over here, however, and reintroduced Black Wings, was a pretty strong selling set, and this one over here was a very, very good set. This was the set before Christmas. Okay? So now I start to have the idea that maybe the set after Christmas, right, is a very strong set, because that's actually, if you think about it, that's the Christmas release for Japan, and this for us is the one before Christmas driving the sales for the Christmas release for us. So I think that the one after the Christmas release is going to be the strongest one in general, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then the one before that would not be as strong. Let's take a look again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gladiator's Assault at time of its release was a decently hyped set, but it was not all that. Tactical Evolution had Ill Blood. It was okay. Rainbow Dragon was a pretty decent sell card. And then over here we see the set after was Phantom Darkness. And I shouldn't have to say too much about that. This set was one of the best sets in the entire history of the game, barring one other set called Invasion of Chaos. We'll see how that works out. Let's go back again. Gladiator's Assault was decent. It was an archetype, but it wasn't really truly the same thing as, as Phantom of Chaos. You just really can't compare the two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cyber Dark Impact, one of the weakest sets in the history of the game. One of the worst value-wise and one of the most complained about, but we look at the next set after that, once again we can see the 6 Samurais, one of the better selling sets, one of the better liked set release, one that really retained its value over a long time. This one, D.D. Crow, Dark World, stuff like that. Some pretty decent, strong archetypes. This one over here, a lot of people really didn't like this set. Its pre-release was supposed to be one of the weakest pre-releases in the history of the game. Over here, this, the set before Christmas, we have some Destiny heroes, the, important part in the anime. This guy, Elemental Hero Dark Neos, is a very popular card. But I don't think it was just overall really, what else is in here? Maybe Elemental Hero, maybe Destiny Hero Dasher. He was a decent card, Not really, the next level. So once again, we see the set after Christmas is the strongest one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. Elemental Energy by just past Shadow of Infinity, which came out, the set after Christmas. This one was the one with the Phantom Beast, blah, blah, blah. Amazing, amazing set. Treeborn Frog, one of the better sets, one of the best sets to come out ever. Probably the third one in order after, Phantom Darkness and then Invasion of Chaos. This set's okay. It has a seller, this guy, but it's not really that great, to tell you the truth. And the set before that is a set that will really drive hype. Cybernetic Revolution, also a very strong set with a bunch of those Cyber Dragons, which was a really strong archetype. Power Bomb, blah blah blah, set up for all kinds of nasty OTKs. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rise of Destiny, one of the weakest sets in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Once again, the Christmas release really crappy. We see the one after that, Flame Eternity, and we see, oh look, that's a pretty decent set. The set before that, which is Soul the Duelist, introduced level monsters, a new archetype that was fairly decent even today, to this very day. Armed Dragon, level 7, level 10, sold pretty well, and Horus was a very good, was something that was very cool. Let's take a look again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dark Crisis is now a decent set, but really, to tell you the truth, those Archfiends never really did anything really serious. The Magician's Force was an awesome set with a lot of awesome spellcasters like Breaker, and Spellcaster was always really popular because of, Dark Magician, the theme of that. But whoa, the set after that, the set right after Christmas was Invasion of Chaos, the best set in the history of the game. Amazing, amazing. So we can see that this is just a recurring theme. Every set, 1, 2, 3, 4, released for the Christmas is usually kind of weak, and then over here, we see the set after that is very strong. Here we have kind of an outlier over here, because when you see that we've really gotten to the beginning of the game over here. We see that, you have Lighting the Blue Eyes, blah, 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 blah. In this early of the game, right, this one over here, nobody knew whether the game would last another month or so. And this is really like if you read Mark Rosewater's articles about, really understanding how game sets are designed. This is really kind of early in the phase for the game set designers in the first year to really understand designing over a long series. So I hope you guys, can, especially have stores and stuff that you guys can adjust your ordering patterns. However, I do feel that recently, right, we look at the recent Christmas releases such as Star Strike Blast, right, something that was important for the game, and we look at this set over here, right, the Photon Shockwave, and we see that things are starting to change. We see that the Christmas release is starting to be stronger. I think there is actually a shift going on as in terms of the power of the set. I'll be attending to some other things in the Order of Chaos, right? Order of Chaos is the set after the Christmas release. That means this one should be crazy, right? Do we have another Phantom Darkness? Do we have another Shadow of Infinity? Do we have another Invasion of Chaos? That's what Konami would like us to think. That's what they're marketing this as. They're saying, look, it's the next Invasion of Chaos set. Is this the case? I'll address that in my in my Order of Chaos set review, and unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. I really think that they're starting to shift it to the stronger set being the Christmas release. But this is just something based off of 1 year. This is not enough information for me to really, have that. But the Generation Force, once in the set before Christmas, should really be a strong sales driver. So stores like mine order a whole bunch of product for the Christmas season, meaning Photon Shockwave. And I follow this, I understand what they're trying to do. And did I order a whole bunch of Photon Shockwave? Yes, definitely. Alright guys, so I'll stay tuned for the Order of Chaos set review, and hope you guys enjoy these videos. There's going to be more business stuff and other cool things that you won't really get anywhere else. Please like and subscribe, and subscribe to our newsletter. We put out all kinds of crazy deals. Have a good one. Bye.
You know how we get down? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.